Looking back on the past 10 years, one of the biggest regrets I have is that I didn't take the time to document or record my journey of building an e-commerce company that started in a garage and grew into a public company. So in this video, I'm doing just that. I'm going to take you behind the scenes and show you everything I've been doing over the past few months. Selfishly, I want to document it for myself, but I actually think you might just get something out of it. So stick with me. If you're curious to know what I've been up to, today's video should be fun. I'm going to share with you why I started a YouTube channel, what my office setup looks like, how my videos have been doing, and what the analytics look like in the YouTube studio. Then I'll share with you some of the struggles I've faced, the positive things that have been happening, and some of the projects I'm trying to work on. Lastly, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you my books. I'm going to show you how much money I've made so far, and you're going to be really surprised at this, I promise. So watch to the end. So why am I making YouTube videos? It's pretty simple. After exiting from Solo Stove, I had a lot of time to think about what I wanted to do next. And honestly, I haven't come up with my next venture in like perfect detail, but I did outline the principles that I feel will help guide me to be fulfilled and happy in my career. And the first is to help others. The second is to build and strengthen relationships. The third one is to challenge myself. I spent some time helping other entrepreneurs through score.org, which is a volunteer small business mentoring program. That was okay. I did about 100 hours of one-on-one mentoring. So I did meet and help some people, but it wasn't very challenging or scalable. So after thinking about it, YouTube seemed like a good way to help more people, meet more people, and challenge myself. And so far, it's been a blast. Enough about that. Let me go off script and show you around my office. All right, gonna take you on a little tour of the office, and hopefully I can hold this camera real steady, but here we go. I'm gonna flip the camera on you. All right, well, this is where I set up here. I got a little lounge in the front here where I can have guests over or anybody who's visiting. And then coming down the hallway here, actually here I have a little storage here, a little mini fridge, and a little snack cart. And coming down the hallway here, this is where I've got my studio set up and all my lighting. And go ahead and spin around here and show you what I got. So there's some panel lights, and then just stuff set up here as a backdrop. Got a little shotgun mic here and a big key light up there. And here's where I set up my camera on this tripod here, which has in front of it my teleprompter. So as you can tell, most of my videos are scripted, and I'm not that good when it comes to just rattling it off free without a script. I tend to babble. So that's kind of what I have for the setup there. And I'll take you down the hallway here. This is my office. So I got a little desk set up here with all my junk and my mobile whiteboard here that lets me jot down ideas, and that's that. Move down here the hallway. We have a conference room here, and this is my yoga room. I put yoga up on the TV in the mornings. Sometimes I grab a book and just chill out on the big bag. So that's my office setup. All right. So let me show you around my the back end of YouTube and kind of show you what I've been doing. Right here we're on the dashboard. What's cool here is you can kind of see the latest video and how it's performing. So right now, as of a few months in, I have a whopping 167 subscribers, which is cool. It's fun to kind of see it grow over time. The first 100 were like the hardest. It seems like it took forever, but as you put out more videos, as I put out more videos, more kind of trickle in each day. You can kind of see here on the content, I think I have about 20 videos at this point. Yeah, about 20 videos. So the first one posted on August 26th, and you can kind of see the views and the comments, and you can dive into each one and actually see how each one has done. For instance, this latest one that I did actually has done relatively good for my channel. So it'll show you how many views you have, how much watch time there is, and so on this one you have 11.3 hours of watch time, which is pretty crazy for a video that's 11 minutes to be able to get that many hours of watch time. Tells you how many subscribers, but you can come down here to all these different things like reach, impressions, click-through rates. This one is at a 7.8 click-through rate, which is actually pretty good. And you can actually see here it's less on this day, but higher on this day. Like a 10.7% click-through rate is really good compared to my other videos. So number of views you can kind of see, and you can kind of see where the traffic's coming from, impressions, all sorts of things that you can look at. So traffic sources, I post a lot on LinkedIn, so the external views, which is 44%, out of that 44%, 72 are coming from LinkedIn, some from e-commerce fuel, some people sharing it, looks like. You can also see the keywords that people are searching for. So people have used the search term private equity or private equity fund, and they've stumbled upon my video, which is pretty cool. You can go to engagement and scroll down and kind of see how people are watching this video. This part's really interesting if you've never seen it, but you can see where people drop off, or when more people watch a certain segment, which is interesting because this little area here, you see more people either coming back to watch this portion. These chart guides show you what you're looking for. You're looking for that steady bar to go across. You don't want it to decline. Anyways, pretty cool. So audience retention, right? We're trying to keep you on the video for as long as I can. Average view durations you can kind of see as well. Audience, you can see that for this video, 66% of them were not subscribed, 33% are subscribed, which is good. I think I want more not subscribed because that just shows that I'm getting pushed out to more people outside of those that have subscribed to my channel. What else is there to see here? All sorts of weird stuff. You can actually go into advanced mode and really dive into the analytics, so you can kind of see all sorts of things, traffic sources, and being able to kind of look through. I think obviously when videos get thousands and thousands of views, the data is going to be more helpful. Right now, to have 100 and some odd views on a video, it doesn't give you that much data. You can see a lot of these gender and stuff. It's just not enough data to tell you anything. So it'll be interesting once it grows to a point of being able to really interpret the data and then make decisions based off of it. But for now, it's pretty good. I like seeing this on other videos we might be able to look at here. If I just pick up some random one here and go to the engagement, you can kind of see this one held pretty steady too. This was another good video on margin. And something happened here. I don't know if it was shared or something, but it took a real big spike right here and bumped up and then kind of ran its course just as normal. But you can kind of see these things, which is pretty interesting. If we go to, let me go back to the dashboard. If I just go straight to the analytics and pull down for my lifetime here, you can see that I've had over 2,000 views on my videos and 156 hours of watch time, which is pretty crazy, seeing as I spent a year doing one-on-one mentoring and only logged 100 hours with one-on-one mentoring. And in the short time, I've been able to get 156 hours of watch time on my videos, which is pretty fun. And you can kind of see how traffic is trending, or watch time is trending. Even real time, you can kind of see each hour how many times people are watching videos, which is interesting. And just kind of the top videos that I've put out. So a lot of people have watched this longer form video talking about product checklists, tips, margin, finding factories. And this is one that I think will do really well, talking about how I sold my business. Anyways, that one's doing really well for the time that it's been out there. What else can I show you in here? That's content. You can search for comments that you haven't replied to. Monetization, I'm not monetized yet because you need 1,000 subscribers and I only have 167, so we're working towards it. And you need 4,000 watch hours. Once I hit that, then I can turn on ads and actually get monetized on that. But anyways, I think that's pretty much it for looking at the back end of it. Kind of fun. It's kind of fun to see it grow and be able to kind of dig through some of the data and be able to kind of see how you're performing and improve the videos as you go along. All right, now for the things that I've struggled with. So I wanted to kind of document that. I think the hardest thing that I found doing all of this, kind of leading up to getting an office and putting together this whole YouTube channel, really the hardest thing was to start. Like that was the one struggle that I was surprised that I was having a hard time. And I think it's just that mental game of starting something and it, not knowing what it'll turn into. I worried about, is my video going to look good? And I'm not really great with cameras or audio, so I had to learn that. Am I going to say anything that is actually useful to anyone? That was a mental struggle too. Also, just what people will think. Making a YouTube channel is hard to be able to put yourself out there. I've never put myself out there. And you just start thinking like, oh man, what are my friends and family, what are they going to say? My kids were dying and rolling on the ground laughing when I said I was going to make a YouTube channel, and they were just like, you're never gonna make it. Like, don't do it, Dad. I think they were being more protective than anything. They didn't want to see me make a fool of myself. I think that's really what the main struggle was just doing that first video. And in fact, I didn't even post my first video. I still have it on my phone. I should post it. It's horrible though. Nobody's gonna watch it. Just being able to come out with that first one and then edit it and really put it out there. It took me honestly some months. I think I started playing with this idea around May, got this office place, and then found ways to kind of delay the start of it by telling myself I need to get some furniture and I need to paint the office and I need to get the right gear and I need to learn it. And really what it comes down to, I wasn't there yet in my head to be able to say, okay, I'm going to do this. But one thing that helped was to tell everyone I'm doing YouTube. I made that effort to just tell anybody who was asking me, what are you going to do? Like, what's your next thing? To tell them I'm going to do YouTube, because it kind of holds me accountable. It's hard to back out at that point. Everybody, I've told everybody I'm going to do it. And so that was very helpful to get over that struggle. So anyways, anybody who's starting anything, whether it's a business or a YouTube channel or whatever, I think we all go through the same struggles. And it doesn't matter if you look at my situation where I built this company that's done very well. You'd think I'd be able to start the next one just as easy, but I get scared just like everyone else. So anyways, that was, I think, the biggest struggle that I faced. All right, now on to some of the good things that have happened, some of the positive things that happened. I have my list here in front of me. I didn't script it out, but I do have some points here and I don't want to miss any of these because I think they're important ones that I want to remember and share with you guys. So some of the positive things that have happened so far is having started this YouTube channel, man, I've just met a lot of people. It's crazy that things just happen when you put yourself out there. I was interviewed on a podcast called E-Commerce Fuel, and that's one that my brother did a long time ago, actually, and reached out to Andrew, and he was kind enough to have me on his podcast. So that'll air in a few weeks. And through that, Andrew really liked my story and felt like I could help his community of e-commerce sellers. And he has a closed paid community of these 7 and 8 figure e-commerce sellers. If you're interested in e-commerce, check out that for sure. I'll leave a link in the description down below. But he invited me into that community, which was really cool. And I've been able to kind of meet a lot of people who are actually selling quite a bit of stuff through their online stores in his community. On top of that, he invited me to speak at his live event in Virginia this coming March, which is called ECF Live. So a group of 250 e-commerce entrepreneurs all gathered there to kind of learn, and I'll be one of those keynote speakers at that place. So that happened, and that's really cool. And he's paying for my ticket out there and paying for my hotel, and I get to meet a whole bunch of cool entrepreneurs. So I think that's something that's come out of this that I'm really excited about. I met another YouTuber, Adam Heist. Adam, if you're watching this, it's awesome to meet you. He was in my office here yesterday. We were shooting an episode for his channel, and I'll put a link to his channel down below as well. So if you're into selling on Amazon or e-commerce or entrepreneurship, check out his channel as well. He's a real cool guy. And so I was able to meet him and do a collaboration with him and hear his story. And he's done amazing things in the Amazon front and had his exit as well with one of the Amazon aggregators. That was really cool. He introduced me some other guys. His buddy named Andy, actually, Andy was the founder of campsaver.com. In Solo Stove, we actually sold to Camp Saver in a period of time. They were one of our dealers, and they were really good. We sold a lot to them, and it was nice to meet Andy, who was the founder of it. So we sat down the last time I was in the Salt Lake area. So that was really cool. I got to meet Andy. Andy introduced me to his business partner Dale, who was a real cool guy as well. So really just met a lot of different people. A lot of people have reached out over LinkedIn and have shared their stories and asked for mentorship or asked questions, and it's a really interesting dynamic that you put yourself out there on YouTube and you're just suddenly able to meet a ton of people. I think there's lots more to come, but that's for sure some of the positive things that have happened so far. All right, now on to some of the things that I'm working on. Really, the video creation process, it's been challenging, and I've enjoyed that, right? I've wanted to push myself and challenge myself to do new things, and making videos, man, it's not easy. It's to get everything right is tough, and to find that process and flow definitely takes time. And 20 videos in, I'm definitely not there, but from my first video to my most recent video, I feel like I've made a lot of strides in that. So you kind of saw the setup of my studio here. I've made improvements as I've figured out what's hard and difficult. I outsourced my thumbnail creation, so for each video you have to make a little picture, right? That's called the thumbnail, and I used to do it on my own using Canva, move things around and find pictures and different things, and it was okay, but I knew I needed to start outsourcing things, but I wanted to try it first to kind of understand what it takes and what I like and what I don't like. And so I was able to outsource that to a guy who does thumbnails, which is pretty cool. He charges $150 for 12 thumbnails. So I'm still editing my own videos. So I actually just use iMovie and edit my own videos. My kids actually have helped me edit some of the videos as well. So some of the videos that you may have seen, my kids have actually chopped those up and helped me edit those, which is really cool and has been a lot of fun. And I'm still trying to work on discovering and narrowing down and trying to define my audience and who I'm catering these videos to and who I want to cater to in the future. Like honing down and figuring out that audience and being really clear about who I want to talk to and who this message should be for. I'm still kind of figuring that out. I'm not sure if it's people starting a business or people deep into a business. Is it just e-commerce or is it any company? I'm not sure yet. So I'm still working through a lot of that. But really, I just want to keep cranking. I just want to do consistent output and be able to put one video out a week, which is kind of my goal. Some of the weeks I did 2, but I think my goal here is just one video a week. If I can get one quality video a week, I'll be happy. Another project I'm working on is just building my own website. I want to be able to have my own website. I'm not sure what to do with it, but I just want to start it. I know starting it early will be better. My brother gave me a great suggestion of using some of the scripts of my videos that I've made and using them as blog posts. And that might help generate some traffic as well and be able to increase the exposure and help draw people in. And hopefully I'll be able to have a bigger impact as I play the SEO game online. So being able to collect emails and being able to have that outlet to speak directly to those that want to kind of stay within the community I'm building, be able to provide kind of different formats on the website of different information that I might be able to share. And overall, I'm just trying to think through how to have a bigger impact on others, other entrepreneurs. How can I help more people? I don't know if that's solely through YouTube and I just double down on it, or do I branch out to other social media? Do I try TikTok and some of these other things to kind of broaden my reach and hopefully bring more people towards the things that I'm sharing? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about, should I put myself out and do more speaking events or create something that maybe draws in entrepreneurs? Maybe it's a business competition that I can put together and fund and be able to distribute money to people who have great ideas. I'm not sure. I think that's something I've been wrestling with and thinking through. So those are all my notes. And the last thing I want to do is what I told you at the beginning, is show you my books. I think this will be a fun look into what the finances of this business I've set up looks like. So let's head over there and check it out. All right, here I am in my QuickBooks. So this is actually the company that I registered. It's called Next Move LLC because I couldn't think of a better name, and this is my next move, I guess, is what I was thinking. Somebody said it sounds like a moving company, which probably isn't great, but I could always make a DBA underneath this company and call it whatever I want. So here we are in my QuickBooks. what I wanted to do is just quickly head over to reports and run a profit and loss report here. And what I want to do is show you here by month what my finances look like. And I'm going to show you how much money I made. If you look at it here, you can kind of see scrolling through all the way to the end right here, December of 2021, I am negative $56,425. I am in the hole 56 grand. And where did that all come from? Mostly rent. My office is about right here. You can see $3,500, $3,458 a month. In May, obviously, I had to pay first and last month and a deposit, so that kind of brought that up. And every month is about $3,500 for my office. So up till now, $30,000 has been my rent. Repair and maintenance. I think this was actually this was actually the paint. The $3,500 was office painting. That I repainted the entire office, changed some lights out, so there was some of that. Office supplies and software is probably the other big bulk of it, $16,000. Most of it's just furniture that I spent buying. You can see here there's stuff from Costco and Amazon and IKEA, an article, bought a desk, spent about $6,000 doing that. Coming back to this, you can see computers and internet. Some of these fees are software fees, ongoing software fees of things that I use. You can see here we have, actually this is my internet fee. I actually put my home internet on this company as well, because as it generates a loss, it actually offsets my income that I still have in my other business, as I still have equity there. So these, this is a loss here that I'll take, but it does help me offset my income that I do have, which makes this a little bit less harsh than it looks. Anything else? Dues and subscriptions. I think these are some of the software things that I'm signed up for. Well, this is YouTube Premium, so I don't have to watch ads. Into it's obviously my QuickBooks here. YouTube TV, I put my TV subscription here because I watch TV out in the lobby sometimes, and that makes it easy to put it on the company. What else is here? Meals and entertainment. I guess there's a little bit there. Let's see, I think we looked at this. Yeah, Epidemic Sound, that's music for YouTube. Anyways, that's what it looks like. This is what my basic P&L looks like. I'm not making any money doing this, obviously. I haven't actually had a single line item of income in any of these months. I think eventually I will, but luckily I'm in that position where I don't have to stress too much about it, and I'm just really having fun, and the fulfillment I get from being able to kind of play in this, doing the things that I'm doing, it makes it all worth it. So anyways, hopefully that's a fun look into my finances and my books, and tell me down below if you're surprised to see how much money I'm making. Actually, I'm not making any money, but you get what I'm saying. Well, this takes us to the end of this video. Hopefully you enjoyed the behind the scenes look at the office, at the YouTube channel, and listening to me babble on about the things that I'm working on. So I hope to make these videos maybe every quarter, just to document my progress and document the things that I'm working on, so that I can look back and see what I was up to in years past. So anyways, thanks for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.